Hello. Welcome, traders, to this late night stream. I had some things to do earlier today, so I couldn't do my regular streaming at 7 p.m. But either way, we're here now, contemplating having a breakdown on BTC and testing the 200 moving average for the first time since October 16, when we had this big breakout from price that began the parabolic run on Bitcoin. So not good at all. You can always come and reclaim the range, but doesn't seem very much like likely at this point. You do have some ideas that could be working out on a higher time frame, but I think as for now, we may go and take out these lows and put in fresh lows in the chart. Maybe then we get somewhat of a reversal after all hope is lost. But yeah, I wanted to give this alternative view on BTC. I usually have that downsloping channel, but for now, I want to represent this horizontal channel breaking down. Just and today you can see we barely have not even 4 hours of trading, and you're already down 2%. So nasty price action. We didn't go to positive momentum on the MACD. Obviously, we built strong negative momentum once again, straight up. We talked about this on Tuesday, that today's candle was going to be critical in order to see if we're going to get another round of negative negative momentum, or if we were going to flip into positive momentum. And we clearly started the new bars with negative momentum. So yesterday you had the lowest daily candle close on BTC since May 2nd. So just reversing the whole price action from June and May on the last couple of weeks. And on the RSI, you're deep within the bearish control zone still, because you're at the 32 points level here. Anywhere below the 40 point level on the RSI, it's a deep bearish control zone. So sellers are controlled below the 40 point on the RSI, and they could just take this asset just way into lower prices. But going into my regular here channel and support and resistances, you can see that we found support and had somewhat of an impulse just 1 hour ago at the 58.3k and at the 57.5k deep support level here. You'll see it comes from the 2021 top, the first top here, the candle close from this big blow of local blow of top, and then the last price action that it had before pulling back. So it's a very real zone when you just had a confirmation as resistance here on May of 2021. You just had a big down mark in price, and you also confirm it as support on October 2021. And then when you failed to reclaim it on December of 2021, you just began the bear market that lasted for almost a year and a half, I think. So was it just 1 year bear market? I think so, but it was pretty brutal. So that's where you're at right now, and reacting out of the 200. And also, it's this is more clear on on the weekly level, but you'll see that this channel here, this ascending channel that began on the bear market rally of 2019, this echo bubble of June 2019, was pretty much respected within what lasted of that cycle and the beginning of the new one, when you had the COVID nuke, and then this post DeFi summer on BTC backtest into 10K as support. I remember the sentiment out around here, what was pretty divided, and there was a lot of bearishness on the timeline. Most of CT thought that we were going back to 3K. I'm sure they had a lot of stress from all of the drops to 3K that came in the past. And then this is what I'm talking about, when you had this large May 2021 nuke and wipe off, you found support at the top of this channel, and also here after the beginning of the bear market in January and February of 2022, you also had significant bounces out of the top of that channel. And you can see here also on the May reaction of this year, you also found support at the top of this channel, and now possibly you could start painting a bottom around it too. But that's a big if, since you're breaking down from 60K and you're getting to the 200 moving average for the first time in 8 months. So yeah, we just came into a mid-range and to this high time from support and resistance on Monday, and had a reaction and just came into new lows just today from this down mark that we've been on since June 6th, basically. So it's not good. It doesn't mean it's over just yet, because you had an incredible 3-month and 6-month candle closes this Sunday, and also a really good monthly close and 2-month candle close. So maybe this is just the noise that you need on the daily time frame before finding support and getting reflexivity into the upside. But what is BTUSD is not so concerning right now, because you could be holding support here at 58.4K. But what is more concerning is this chart I'm going to show you right now. It's the Bitcoin against the SPX. You're currently on range lows here on this descending channel, and it's because of this setup here. You have a traditional technical analysis setup, a classic distribution pattern called 3 falling peaks, which is a distribution pattern where you have three tops, on each one being lower than the previous one, and you have a lower low here after the second top here, and that's your breakout line that you broke on June 25th, on June 24th. And then you had a throwback here. You came back inside of the range above the breakout line, but then just the last 3 days have been brutal for price. And this has a measure move target of a 20% down mark from the breakout line. So the measure, it's you go from the high of the first peak into the break line, which gives you a 20%, and then you go 20% from the breakout line to the downside. Gives you at around a target at around 9 points here on BTC against the SPX. So just completely filling this whole fair value gap that was created on February on this big impulse. So also I wanted to state that Bulkowski, when he treats this pattern on the Encyclopedia Patterns, it's a large book that he wrote, has a lot of patterns. He usually talks about their hit rate and their performance, both on bull and bear markets. I recommend it a lot if you like TA. He talks that patterns that had a throwback like this one here, there's a throwback, like a false, confirmation, because you confirmed the pattern here and you didn't immediately get follow through. You just invalidated by coming back inside with a daily candle close. So the patterns that have a throwback like this one tend to underperform, is what he says, that on what he saw on all of the free falling peaks patterns, the ones that had a throwback didn't perform as well as the one who didn't. So maybe we don't get the full 20% depreciation on BTC against the SPX. And also have in mind that doesn't necessarily mean that BTC is going to fall 20%. It could just fall, I don't know, 10%, and the SPX fall another 10%, and you will get the target here on I mean, BTC could fall 10% while SPX appreciates 10%, and then you would get this target around here. So it's not a requirement for BTC to hit that technical target of 20%. And either way, it could be over exceeded or under scored, you know? It's just a measure move to give you an idea if you were to trade this pattern here. But this is more concerning in my opinion than the USD pair. You also had this bullish divergence here that didn't play out, nothing at all. Just maybe it means that sellers are deeply in control within this market, because when you have bullish divergences that don't play out, it usually means that sellers are not exhausted and that this is a seller's market as for now. And you also have this rejection to a 200 moving average for the first time since October, since you had this breakout. So I'm not a fan on how this is looking, because you have a classic distribution pattern that's been confirmed. You lost the 200. You're still within this ascending channel as for now, but this gives me a lot of bad signals, in my opinion, on the SPX pair. And USDT dominance also looks really bad. I mean, bad if you're a bull, because it just had the highest daily candle close on. I mean, did it fail? I thought it. Yeah, you couldn't, because I thought it was the highest daily candle close since even before, but it was the highest daily candle close on USDT dominance since May 1st. And now, if you get a daily candle close like this today, it will be the highest one since February 13. So really bad. You're above this support resistance level, the 5.28%, and above the 4.88%, which both have been really critical inflection points from history. As you can see here, each time that you came into these levels, you found a big reaction to the downside, and right now you're above it, after also having a bullish backtest to 200 moving average and to the mid-range of this channel. So potentially a bear flag. So you just going to need to wait if you get a reaction down here, because if you're trading a channel, this is considered oversold, this is considered overbought, oversold. So if you were just trading the channel, maybe you get oversold signs, I mean overbought signs at this levels, and you get a reaction from USDT dominance, maybe somewhat of a bearish divergence or anything. But as for now, you're printing the first positive momentum since June 30, and yeah, just not great, man. Not great at all. Not gonna be calling for cycle tops here, especially taking into consideration how the high time frame monthly candles close on Sunday, but the daily time frame just looks really cooked, in my opinion. The fact that you flipped the 200, had a bullish backtest as support. Like, I was getting concerned last Friday here. I did a stream that there were some risk off signals flashing for crypto when you had this, you know. I was concerned that maybe you will get the impulse, but then price just kind of faded here a little bit, had some selling into below the 200, got absorbed, and then you had the bullish back test here, and look what happened after. So maybe this just runs into new highs. Yeah, really bad. Also, Bitcoin dominance had somewhat of a spike today on the sell-off. Altcoins ate it really bad today, while BTC just fell like 3%. Some altcoins were down double digits. Solana was down like 9%. So a lot of downside even for large caps, and makes me to think if this is another higher low here locally regarding this low, and maybe this distribution pattern is not going to get confirmed. This is like somewhat, we were just talking about Bitcoin to the SPX, where you had this three falling peaks pattern confirmed. This is how it looks on Bitcoin dominance. It's not confirmed yet. On the SPX, it's like down here, like it came down, had a throwback, and now it's like here. So if you get that confirmation on Bitcoin dominance, then the measured target move will be low 50s, 50% for Bitcoin dominance. But I don't know. This somewhat, if you go into a lower time frame, this somewhat starts to look to an inverse head and shoulders. Not gonna lie. You know? But you would need to come into a neckline and do something like that. But it could happen, especially on how price has been behaving. So if you continue the downtrend, I think that's going to happen. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to spike up, unfortunately. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum underperformed Bitcoin yesterday. Had the lowest daily candle close since May 19, building strong negative momentum once again. You had this hidden bullish divergence that could have played out. All of the negative momentum was basically over, but then it resumed again. The RSI is at the 35 point level right now, which is deep within the bearish control zone. Just not great. Closed price outside of the Bollinger Band, so, and now today you're falling below it. So if you don't get back above the bands, this is going to turn into a cascade of liquidations. Same for, BTC didn't have a kind of close below the bands, but it's just been riding down the bands continuously. Had this bearish backtest into the MA of the Bollinger Band. So what are we talking about? This is just grueling price action for anyone who's been long on crypto for the past 4 months. I remember like Bitcoin was all over the news, maybe around here. So what a way to trap people here. This asset's always done the same. If it goes into a big run, especially from down the bear market lows, there's no way it's not going to punish people. So that's what it's doing right now. I'm threading everyone here that maybe the cycle top is over, especially what's going on stocks, So let's take a look at the SPX. All-time highs for the SPX. Highest daily candle close ever. Nasdaq the same, all-time highs, highest daily candle close ever. Not giving an F about this bearish divergence, just playing it like it doesn't exist as for now. Granted, it is just being carried by 7 stocks, which are hitting all-time highs after all-time highs, but pretty incredible to see this kind of decoupling on the stock market into BTC, because maybe BTC could be doing nothing, but instead it's just been downtrending and chopping and just evaporating value from the market. So quite a sight to behold. Gonna go into ETH BTC. We haven't looked at that in a while. My God. So ETH BTC again rejected this big area here, 5,600 sats. We've been talking nonstop on how important this level is. Comes from the 2017 cycle, resistance here, support, resistance, support. Then on 2021 cycle, support, and then just choppy. And here you had a run up into the level again. Maybe we were about to break it. No, sir. Just a swing failure pattern regarding this level, and now a lower high. So not the greatest look on ETH BTC. Just had the lowest daily candle close since Monday. Printing strong negative momentum once again. And this hitting bullish divergence just performed really poorly, turning into another lower high. So as for now, hard to be bullish on ETH BTC when you're below this area here, especially with this bearish backtest that happened on June 28th. So total, god damn. Total also falling into a 200 moving average for the first time, touching it for the first time since October 21st. So that's like almost I think that's 8 months since you've been above the 200. Building negative momentum once again at the 32-point level on the RSI, so deep within the bearish control zone. And you can see here how it just lost the 2.17 trillion level from the complacency shoulder from 2022. And you're also below, you couldn't hold price action on this level of 2.45 trillion to 2.39 trillion. Both, three of these levels are very significant from 2021 reaction levels, inflection points. You'll see how clear and real they are, how they've been regarded as resistance and both as support. So just sad to see, man. And today you had the lowest price action for total since May 2nd. As for a few minutes ago, I think this happened like at 9 p.m. or so. It's almost midnight here. I'm going live because I wanted to give you guys an update and didn't want it to go this kind of important day to go through without checking prices of or your beloved coins. Okay, let's take a look at Solana. So Solana had quite a nasty day, had a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. It was down. It closed the day on a 8.4% drawdown, and you're below the mid-range once again as for now. So this failed to have a breakout here on this mid-range. We've been talking about, to this upper range, we've been talking about how this range has worked for some time. So maybe if you're just playing the range, market participants consider this to be overbought, and this to be oversold. And now you're right at the mid-range and holding us for now. We've just been trading for 3 hours and 50 minutes, but holding us for now to 200 moving average. But it's crazy because Sol BTC I think had like had somewhat of a reversion as well. Didn't bearishly engulf, but also fell below this very real level from history here. You'll see this inflection point from 2021. So fell back below it again, and also dealing with the 200 right now. Damn, you have hitting bridge divergence here, maybe building up on the MACD histogram, because you have a higher high on the MACD, but you have a lower high on price. So this could turn into of a continuation divergence. If this actually gets confirmed, you get a red bar printed within the very next few days, then this hitting bearish divergence could get confirmed for Sol BTC, which would be a continuation of the downtrend. But I'm not going to be calling my shots early here because this could turn into something else. But if you continue to lose this positive momentum and you flip red, then you need to know that there will be a hitting bearish divergence on the MACD. Yo, Eddie, yeah, 200 as for now, holding the level. Hopefully the Cheeto on the door holds. But yeah, just I don't like that hitting bearish divergence. But if this asset really has demand, then this is not gonna matter. But we're gonna leave that just in case this turns into lower positive momentum and flips into negative momentum anytime soon. Okay, let's take a look at Sol ETH. So we were talking on Tuesday about Sol ETH possibly taking out here this last point of supply, making a higher high and possibly a higher low into a reversal of this downtrend, but it has not happened yet. You didn't have a bearish engulfing candle yesterday, so that's pretty cool. But you're continuing the downtrend as for today's daily candle. You don't have any kind of hidden bearish divergence on Sol ETH. You just have it on Sol BTC. I mean, possibly shaping up. It's not confirmed, but yeah, it could turn into a nothing burger and continue uptrending. But I think it's gonna need market cooperation in order for this to turn into an uptrend. I think this has an uptrend if you have good market conditions. If BTC finds a low and starts to bounce, then I definitely think this is going to trend into the upside. But if it doesn't, and we continue the sell-off, I think this could turn into another one of this. So I think it's going to depend on what the market ultimately does. So CK is down 10% on the day. Wow. Just the day that just opened. Man, this price action has been a wipeout for alts. So let's take a look at Pepe. So we talked about Pepe losing momentum a few days ago. Ever since basically you started retracing this big candle here, this reaction from the lower part of the channel. Back to TradFi. Yeah, the SPX been doing things, man. All-time highs today. Highest daily candle close ever. While this goes on Bitcoin. So let's talk about this. We talked about Pepe and the 618. And I think we're almost there. So this could be an area of interest for Pepe as of now. Given the confluence of the 618 retracement from lows to highs, and also this inflection point, this resistance that turned into support, which propelled price into a big rally. You'll need to, I wouldn't bid this straight away. You will need to see somewhat of a reaction, maybe a single pattern. A single candle pattern or whatever, but I wouldn't bid this blindly. I will wait for somewhat of a reaction at this kind of levels. But know that this you are on the golden ratio retracement for Pepe and entering possibly deep value territory if you get a market reversion to the upside. But on the other side of the coin, you just had the lowest daily candle close since May 19, printing strong negative momentum once again, and you had this hitting bullish divergence just turn out into nothing. So you had a continuation of the divergence into the upside, and buyers couldn't propel this asset higher. This is basically what that hidden bullish divergence turned out to be, just a pathetic lower high. So sad. And Pepe BTC, I'm guessing, is doing somewhat similar. I don't think it has come into 618 just yet here, so still has a lot of room to go before coming into 618 on the BTC pair. So I will wait into a signal. And Sol, we talked about Sol against Pepe also. I mean, Pepe against Sol being cooked. Yeah, look at that. As of yesterday, I mean, at today's daily candle, Sol Pepe confirmed the double top here on a technical aspect. When you have a daily candle close below the lowest price action of the two tops is when you confirm the top, and you can start maybe trading this as a double top technically. And we talked about this potential bat, harmonic bat, to the 886. Yeah. So maybe you're going for an 886 retracement here on Pepe against Sol. If it does, I think it will be a good area to flip from Solana into Pepe because of the 200 confluence and everything. It will be a nice area to shop. And even more if you get a back test like a type 2, some stuff like that, plus some bullish divergence on the oscillators, then I think would be a good good spot to position yourself from Solana into Pepe. Let's look what ENS had a really bad day yesterday. Fell like double digits, like a 13%. Had the lowest daily candle close since June 17, and fell below this critical inflection area here, this accumulation range of 2.5 years, and it just came back below it. I don't like that much a lot. I mean, to be honest, I would have liked to see immediate price action into the upside. I don't like that kind of a fake out. It gives me like somewhat of a deviation vibe. But if you reclaim it real quick and 2-3 days after we are somewhere around here, then this is possibly going to turn into the upside. But otherwise, I think this is where deviations are made of. When you fail to have a significant breakout from a clear level from history, like I think buyers start running out of arguments for being long into the coin when you have this kind of price action. We've had a pretty bad day also, like a double-digit drawdown. Had the lowest daily candle close since June 24. Man, what a scam! Like it went all the way into just 2 days ago. We were on the bottom of this high time frame support. You rejected it and had this massive down mark. I guess it's just how levels go. And this level has turned out to be pretty much an up and down territory. So you went up, rejected, and came straight back down, and now you're below it. losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram. Don't have any kind of divergence as for now on the oscillators, but at least for now. And WIF to BTC. Hold on. I have to reload my chart. Something happened here. Apparently, like my internet decided to rock. Hold on a second, chat. I think TradingView is like lagging. Okay. I got it now. All right. And we're back. I think going into WIF BTC crashed the stream, but now we're back. So WIF BTC also had a reaction here at the bottom of this range. You had like a bearish back test into it because you couldn't get back above it. We talked about this on Tuesday, and unfortunately, when you started trading above it, you had an immediate reaction. Just some selling, and then today BTC rocked, and look what happened. The lowest daily candle close on WIF BTC since June 23rd. So I'm losing positive momentum once again. So you had this bullish divergence just turned out to be a nothing burger as for now, because this is not done, but you're losing positive momentum, and it's just gonna this is all of this patterns and divergences and whatever, they're just gonna rely on BTC, to be honest. And altcoins got so scared today when you had the breakdown from 60K. I think that's what happened with that reaction on altcoins. Like when you have uncertainty and doubt on BTC, just altcoins get wrecked, way stronger than on any pullback. Like you could have a 3% pullback on BTC from 67K to whatever 64K, 65K, and maybe some altcoins are going to be green on that day. But if you have a small pullback or a 3% pullback from a critical level, then market participants get really scared, and altcoins don't like uncertainty at all. And that's what happened today. That's what happened. That's why you had double-digit drawdowns on WIF from Jupiter. Solana was down like 9%. Pepe was down double digits. ENS down double digits. Bonk was down double digits. Bonk, I think, is looking better than WIF as for now, if you ask me. But it could be just temporary, you know. But I think Bonk's looking stronger than WIF here. It didn't get as nuked as on that June drawdown as WIF did, and this chart honestly doesn't look as bad as WIF for the time being. And Bonk BTC did a bearish engulfing candle, but didn't have any kind of market structure break. As for now, you're holding this inflection point, this resistance support. So I think Bonk looks better than WIF for the time being. If you wanted to long any animal coin on this kind of market conditions, I think Bonk is a safer long than WIF. Let's take a look at layer zero, because layer zero was doing things, man. Layer zero at one point today was up like 10%. My God. And then it got sold off at the on the afternoon and did a bearish engulfing candle. Now you're catching some follow through to that bearish engulfing. You had the highest volume bar on Coinbase today ever, but you had all-time highs today. So layer zero has been getting some strength, maybe getting bid because it's the shiny new thing, and fundamentals, whatever, is not a meme. It's like an omni-chain coin. I've been expecting this coin for a while, but I actually cheated my airdrop like around at this like the stone bottom. I don't remember which day it was, but I sold it into Ethereum, and then I saw it rally like for like, I don't know, 50%. My God, it wasn't a big airdrop, but anyway, I like this coin. I don't have any kind of data to give you some TA right now, but I like the fact that it did an all-time high here regarding the TG. So just getting sold for the past 24 hours. Yeah. CK Sync was also somewhat doing things. I think this is somewhat of a zero beta, but it's trading way worse than layer zero. I think it rallied with layer zero here, but it didn't even reach all-time highs like CK Sync did. I mean, like zero did above here. Yeah, I know you like tapioca. We're gonna take a look at that for sure. I think I have to leave trading view for that, right? Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at it, but a little bit later on the stream. I want to look at on-chain coins first. So Pendle had quite a nasty day a couple days ago, and wow, like today actually had like a green day. I mean, granted, it was like up not even 1%. Let's measure it. Yeah, just 1%. Had a reaction out of the 200. Touched it for the first time ever. Maybe Pendle was doing a lot of great things above here. Maybe if you fail to confirm this double top, if you don't get any daily candle close below this level, you don't confirm the double top, and you put in maybe around here 200, a higher low regarding this low, then maybe you run up into $5. Big if, but we're here to speculate. So I'm just surprised that it didn't have the closed green yesterday and didn't have quite a sell off, especially how it traded the day before. Lido also failing to maybe confirm this three rising valleys potential pattern, accumulation pattern, where you had this higher lows into this breakout line, and then the SEC came and ruined the party. So I mean, it could still somewhat be a higher low regarding this low, but just starts to look ugly in my opinion, if you ask me. So I'm gonna leave it like that. If you get a reaction here, maybe I'm gonna entertain the hypothesis of this being the third low, but just this whole accumulation, because it looked really clean here in the structure, the width of the structure, the whole size. I just don't like what they did afterwards. Put in a lower high regarding the breakout line and just came into fresh lows afterwards. So Injective was doing some things that, a few days ago, but obviously today's candle ruined everything. Had a bearish engulfing candle, the lowest daily candle close for Injective since June 23rd. You had this massive M shape, this massive harmonic, this cipher, bullish cipher, created from October all the way into April. Had this potential type 2 return, somewhat of a retest of the lows of the harmonic, getting back above a critical inflection point here. You'll see from 2021, this all-time highs, also regarded as support a bunch of times here locally. So Injective was somewhat getting interesting, but market rocked, and now you're below the critical inflection point. I'm threading to take out this lows here from the type 2. So this is the performance of current market conditions. We also talked about being below the 200 and having a formal bearish backtest into 200 twice, both on April 20 and on June 13. So that wasn't great. We said that what was missing for Injective was being above the 200. So that gives you a clear idea of losing the 200, start rejecting it as resistance and trending lower. And having that said, I'm going to show you this. Remember this. Just lost the 200 and had somewhat of a backtest here. I mean, at least you tried to get back above it, and you couldn't. So, and on the flip side of the coin, you look at USDT dominance. The dominance of USDT against the whole crypto market just flipped the 200 for the first time since October. Had a formal bullish backtest. Had price action below the 200, got bought back up, and had this reaction out of the 200. So that's not great, man. Not at all. Buyers need to step in right now, otherwise this is gonna go into fresh highs, in my opinion. It's gonna take out the highs from 5.4%. Yeah, like Eddie says, where are the buyers? Where's the interest in crypto? My God. What else can we take a look at? Let's take a look at some altcoins also. Ondo. Damn, boy. This looks like the bouncing ball pattern here. I'm sure you're familiar to what comes next with when this stops bouncing here. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. What do you think, chat? It happens. After something like this. Right? This is like the cheat on the door support. Buyers are trying their best, but I'm going to show you what happens if that doesn't hold. Just reminds me of this. Right? What happened here? He'll break out of channel, then bear trap, and gigascent. It could happen, but I just think that when you get this bouncing ball and the ball starts bouncing, you get something like that. So you think it's gonna break to the upside of the channel? You think the channel is gonna hold? It could. There's definitely a trend line there, but I don't like that the resistance. Oh, word. Yeah, that seems more likely. I think. I don't know if it's the last one, but the more times the support is tested, then the weaker it gets, and the opposite. The more times the resistance is tested, the weaker it gets, and the breakout is more likely. And in this case, it would be a breakdown. But yeah, you had this hitting bullish divergence on Undo turning to be nothing as for now, having a really hard time turning into positive momentum, but failing to do so. Okay, I'm gonna check your Discord. Oh, word. Yeah, that could happen. Like 2019 breakdown and run up. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just I just know that this looks really funny. We're gonna leave that there. Um, it, if it's gonna react, it needs to be now because it's been setting lower highs after lower highs. Okay, take a screenshot out of the chat and send it to me later when it happens, bro. ETHFI, my god, you just lost support here. Death came, lowest daily kind of close ever. Pendle, we talked about it. Let's take a look at some other coins. I don't know what BNB's been doing. My god. This Jesus. It's starting to look bad for BNB here. At the lowest daily candle close. Bro, since April 19, turning negative momentum once again. This hitting bullish divergence turned out to be nothing. There's no coin that's no coin's gonna get saved from this market condition. Caspa's been holding pretty good. If you were long from Caspa from a month ago or whatever, I mean, I guess not exactly a month ago because you would have bought somewhere at the top, but maybe from late May, you'll be fine by now. Structure looks awful, and you have this burst divergence continuing to get formed here in the MACD histogram. It's not confirmed yet, chat. Just know that you need that red bar here to confirm the burst divergence. Otherwise, it could turn into positive momentum once again, straight up. But pretty surprised on how Caspa's been holding up. I think I don't think that this means that the Bitcoin dump is not as strong. I think that this had stronger hands on their market participants. It's a little bit decoupled from the market, and I think if BTC continues to rock, then this eventually will come down into 200 and have this bearish divergence play out. I wouldn't take just one coin as a sign of strength unless it was somewhat of a large market cap coin like Ethereum, maybe Solana, stuff like that. But my guess is that Hondo has, I mean, Caspa has stronger holders than the rest of the market. But you do have this bearish divergence both on the MACD and the RSI, so maybe buyers are getting exhausted. CHR. Well. CHR didn't get sold off so strong. I mean, not as strong as some other coins for sure. Didn't had a bearish engulfing candle. So I would need to do the TA on this coin, but it doesn't look as bad. Actually, at least locally here. Yeah, this double bottom here confirmed on Tuesday. And you didn't reverse. I mean, you did reverse the whole candle at one point, but you got bought back up again. What else? Doge was looking bad at some point. Jesus Christ. This is a clear level here on Doge. This one too, probably. Getting really close to it. But you're below the 200 with a bearish formal backtest to the 200 here. And when you couldn't get back above the 200, you just have this big down mark with the rest of the market. You don't have any kind of divergence, that just confluence for now, but you're losing your positive momentum. And then you had your lowest daily candle close on Doge, bro, since February 29, so reversing like 3 months of price action in the last month. I guess memes don't look as strong now, right? The concerning part for me is not just getting lower lows and lower highs. It's just getting below the 200 and having that bearish retest. Just for fun and giggles, I'm gonna look at Tia. Damn. So Tia had the lowest daily candle close since November 20. My God, November 21st. My God. Oh my God. Printing strong negative momentum once again. Bro, what a downtrend. You're at the 27 point level in the RSI, oversold, and deep within the bearish control zone. Jesus Christ. It's just Just looking here, BTC locally, just relentless selling. Let's hope it finds support soon. So Eddie wanted me to look at top. Let's take a look. All right. You there, Eddie? So I'm looking at this on-chain coin for you. I'm still in the 2-hour time frame. Still have the drawings that I had from the last time we saw it. So we talked about this TGE all-time high being back tested as support here, and then buyers came in and had a reaction even higher than this level. So it probably meant that there was more demand on this asset than before, and had quite a run up here into all-time highs at around $4.05, where it found its top, made a lower high, and it's been downtrending ever since. But you had this inflection point here that was tested as support today at 4 p.m. So maybe you're trying to put in another higher low at around here. But this honestly could fall even further down before reversing, because I'm gonna do a fifth extension from bottom to high. You're just below the 0.5 and at around this 0.618. So you're at on the golden ratio zone. But this could pull back a little bit even deeper into 786 before continuing to the upside. Just a big if, but still on an uptrend. Having that higher high here, that all-time high, just gives you this all uptrend validity as for now. You will need to start, maybe if you come in here and you put in another higher low, another lower high, and then another lower high, maybe I would start to think that there's some distribution going on. But from the data that I have, this is still an uptrend, at least on the low time frame, the 2-hour. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to go to $2 either, but you're on support right now. As for now, at around 2.72, $2.72 is your support. So I will be careful if this starts to put in lower highs, because that can mean a turn reversal from this higher high to higher low to higher high environment. These are my thoughts. I don't know what you think. I think that on-chain coins, sometimes low caps get less punished on days like this, because they usually have smaller holdings. So if you have a smaller holding, you're not gonna bother into selling and panicking. So sometimes on days like um, this kind of small caps don't get punished as bad because of it's just a smaller holding for players, and they that just don't bother on selling. Plus, this is on ETH mainnet, right? So you also have to deal with fees and whatnot. So yeah, it's not on a sex. So sometimes they just don't get panicked as hard as large caps, which could have leverage and large positions and whatnot. Okay, boys, that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks for tuning in into this late night stream. I'm gonna go to bed right now, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. I'll be going live on my regular scheduled programming. I think I might go live a little bit earlier, maybe at 6:45, and I'm going to give you guys an update on what's been going on the selling. Hopefully, having somewhat of a bit tomorrow. It's gonna be a holiday, so I don't know what's gonna happen, honestly. So if you're around tomorrow, tune in. Otherwise, have a happy 4th of July, happy holiday for my burger friends, and I will see you on Friday if you don't plug in tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next time.